Recently I was sitting down with my wife to watch something, and well, actually what we found was that the last person who'd been using Netflix was our 3.5-year-old. So our options were not necessarily what we would normally have been presented with. Yeah, as a laugh we decided, hey, we'll watch one of the kid things, and what we found was Born in China. This is a Disney documentary following various species of animal in the People's Republic of China. You deal with a type of antelope called a churu, some cranes, some snow leopards, golden snub-nosed monkeys, and giant pandas. And look, it's a really lovely little documentary. I was expecting it to be horrible and be just another thing like that time they decided to make Walking with Dinosaurs some strange animation where all the dinosaurs had dialogue and they were desperately trying to chase after some Jim Henson thing. But no, it actually manages to work properly. Frankly, both of us were really curious as to how they got the footage they got, especially as some of it involves being right inside the den of a giant panda while she's feeding her young cub, and in there with a snow leopard while she's feeding her young. It must have taken a lot of time, a lot of planning, and to do it in a way that doesn't look like it's in any way disturbed any of the animals. Hats off to Disney for actually doing it. And obviously it's geared towards children, but it was actually touching, and it didn't feel like they were brushing over any of the facts of life, like birth, death, fight for survival. The way they took the golden snub-nosed monkey Tao Tao and really made him really recognizable as just almost a human angst-ridden teen who was fed up with the fact that he wasn't as popular as his baby sister.
Monkeys have long been figures of rebellion and mischief in Chinese folktales. And one of the most mischievous monkeys on this mountain is Tao Tao. He's the class clown of his troop and an aspiring kung fu master.
That was really cleverly done. All of it from top to bottom, the focusing on Yaya and her cub, all of it from beginning to end came across as a much better and lovely film than it had any right to be. And on top of that, it had audio description. Some of that was a little bit grating, the fact that they describe text in English and Chinese, which is inaccurate because it's either in Mandarin or Cantonese or one of the other dialects. There is not a language called Chinese. But other than that small gaffe, all of it worked, and I didn't feel lost at any point. My 3.5-year-old has seen this movie. He's seen it several times now, and will talk to me about all these ideas he has of the adventures these animals have gotten up to since the movie. No, it's properly good, and clearly the fact of death and being a part of it, and fighting being a part of it, doesn't confront a 3.5-year-old. So if you're a parent out there, I do encourage you to watch it with your children, or just let them watch it because it's geared towards them. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I'd probably give this one an 8 out of 10. It only loses 2 points. One, because of the unnecessary advertising for another Disney product. In fact, two, strictly speaking, but one blatantly, that exist in the dialogue, and the little gaffe I mentioned about the language not being called what they call it. Other than that, it's really got nothing wrong with it, and is probably up there with some of the best stuff Attenborough has ever done, so definitely check it out.